welcome viewers to another game in round 2 in the Fly Casual Trans-Tasman Championship 2021. And again, we have another Imperial Affair matters happening for you this evening. It seems the Imperials are in feuds these days. So we have Iain versus Anthony tonight, and in the battle of the Omega versus the Interdictors. So this should be an interesting match. So Iain on the left-hand side is rocking an Omega test bed with veteran gunners, ordnance experts, orbital bombardment, particle cannons, and cataclysm title. He's got Quasar 1 fire with Taskmaster Grint, flight controllers, boosters comms, and Squall. Then a Raider 1 with Admiral Sloan, Hondo Hanaka as the flagship. Squadron-wise, he's got Marek Steel, Colonel Jendon, 2 fire sprays, Tel Tavura, Suntiafel, Black Squadron pilot, and a Sabre Squadron. Anthony on the right hand side is flying an Interdictor suppression refit with Admiral Constantine, Captain Brunson, auxiliary shield teams, disposable capacitors, G8 experimental projectors, G7 X-Well Gravwell projectors, iron cavern batteries, and Interdictor title. The second ship is a ISD Simon 1 refit with Minister to intensify firepower, local fire controls, flak guns, link turbo laser towers, DBY 827 heavy turbo lasers, and a sovereign title with electric countermeasures. Then he's got 2 Gazanti cruisers, one with Admiral Titus and Comsnet, and one's just with Comsnet. Squadron-wise, he's got Tel Travura, Valen Rudor, and 2 TIE interceptors. Now, I believe Iain had the bid and wanted to go first, and he has chosen infested fields from Anthony's objective pile. Alright guys, let's head to the board state now and enjoy this round 2 matchup of the Fly Casual Trans-Tasman Championship 2021. Enjoy.
Targeting poking out. Picked up the wrong one, that's a good start. Fuck off. getting nothing from this. Zoom in next time. Just 1 to 3. Yeah, we're happy with that. Righto.
Okie dokie. There we go.
Cool.
I'll choose a squadron for Grint.
Right, no worries. So before I do anything, I'll just pick a...
Welcome to our viewers again to this evening's match here. It is 8:40 p.m. here in Melbourne at the moment. I believe it's 10:30 in 10:40 in New Zealand time. That's where Iain is playing from tonight.
Best speed one there.
We saw Iain in round 1, but we haven't seen Anthony, so this will be a very interesting match. Again, Onega versus a AEST. This one does have electric countermeasures, so it should be an interesting match.
There we go, 2 fire sprays.
What are your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Who has this one? Will it be Sloane or will it be Constantine? It's good to see Admiral Constantine on the board, actually. You don't get to see him a lot. And I do apologise for the close-up view tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're having issues with TTS. This is what it loves doing to us for some weird reason. So it will be a close-up view of the game tonight. So I'll just have to be manning the stream a little bit closer towards. I think I can do that for now without being annoying. But again, I'll be, once the ships get a bit closer, I can get a bit more into the action. But for now, that looks fine to me. It's interesting, Ian's squad complement is not a full squad complement.
Here.
Cool.
And I feel like that Tal Travura is becoming a very popular choice by Imperial players. I always knew he was going to be something good, and now it's becoming a kind of a medical, especially with Suntia Tel. Good evening, Clint. Welcome. We always welcome new viewers to join us and say hi.
Yeah.
There we go, Sabre and Black quadrant.
Mm-hmm. Right.
little twist, different twist to this afternoon's matchup. Again, we've still got the Grav Wells happening here, but no Onega this time round, just the Simon.
I've got American Gender left.
Again, Marek Gender always a popular choice, and understandably so.
I go American Gender.
I just feel like what they do is pretty good. The only problem is that I don't like Marek as a fighter itself. He's just a bomber. He just dies real quickly against any firefight. I love Valen. Valen's one of my favorite squadrons. Just to go against generics. And if I have a generic, I'll pair him up with Jendon and just destroy generics. But the new hotness is definitely Trautovar. I think people have actually caught on to what he can do and protect and be basically a scatter escort that can basically come back to life. Is for 17 points. It's just worth it. Even if he doesn't hit, he's there to protect your other squadrons from being attacked and can tie things down. And it has great rogue. It's just an amazing thing. Amazing squadron. Yes, super escort. The only negative it does have it doesn't roll anything. It just doesn't have swarm or you can put Captain Wallard as a crew if you really want to, but that's a waste of points. The poor man's Tauren Far for the Imperials.
We'll go speed 2 with the radar.
Sure.
For those who did miss out on our afternoon's matchup, highly recommended. It was a really good matchup. Again, both Imperial games, but really fought well match. You fought the one way it was going to go one way, but did go the other way. So highly recommended watching. Absolutely, yeah, James, yeah, absolutely, and that's why you really take him. It's just there to protect those fragile squads. So like Anthony's squadron ball just protects those TIE interceptors. Valen doesn't need protection. He's got everyone else to protect him. Yeah. Absolutely, James. Yeah. And then when you're trying to kill him, he just comes back to life when you just get rid of the tokens. I know it's sometimes hard to pull his actual ability to come back to life if they start accuracying your tokens. But if you get it off once, it's worth it. 100%. Twice, well, you're lucky. Even just that, just to be an escort, a scatter escort, it's just, yeah, first class.
There we go. I guess it'll be speed 0.
Interesting deployment here. I should zoom out a bit.
That's everything from Aaron's, is it?
Yeah, I reckon it is. It's just, really down to dials and kicking off turn 1.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. If Asteroid Tactics and Teltravor, you can basically do it forever as long as the you can get that brace back. Yeah, oh yes, absolutely, James. I've been lucky for me. I have a very supportive and understanding wife that supports my passion and my hobby of streaming. And she does hand me coffees and lemon drinks and honey drinks and teas for my voice. And sometimes when it definitely when you're commentating, it does take it out of you. Think I've done one of these, especially when I do my talk casuals, when you're talking for an hour straight on by yourself, it takes a toll on you. I do have my water here tonight. I've had a hot chocolate, so it's a bit of a relaxing time for me. So the players aren't. It all depends. Also, yeah, it also depends on the players themselves. If the players are talking and chatting away, I let them go and do what they want to do, and I keep myself a little quiet. But sometimes, as like you can see here, the players, if they're quiet themselves, I like to jump on and make sure that there is a commentary happening, because I understand that TTS isn't the greatest of platforms to view things. And as I said, when it comes to the days of it comes to battle reports, nice, short, sharp battle reports are the thing to go. If I had the time, if I had the patience to edit and do stuff like that, I would. But live streaming is the way we do things here. Don't get me wrong. There's always a chance to do other things, and I wish to do other things, but yes, Clint. Well, she does have a lot of plans. We've been in lockdown for how long, Clint? So we really haven't had much to do here. So again, I do apologise for the low angles tonight.
Right, that was just it.
As you can see,
mate. All likewise.
This is the view I'm getting tonight.
Really just,
so
Titus is not really achieving much, but
that looks a bit better. We'll go with that.
knock him out, and Titus will adjust your flagship. We'll adjust that to say 1.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm not going to Hondo.
If anyone knows about editing,
Sloan first. It's doing a nav. We'll stay 1. Bank that.
If you know about editing or doing any video posting, it does take time. At least with the live feed, you can just whack it on and do what you need to do. No, I'm good, Clint. I'm good, thank you. This will be once they get a bit closer, it'll be much easier to do things. But
inside flotilla, which is
as I said, there's a spawn button on top of this.
Engineering
on the table.
Token.
These things happen.
Yeah, look, we'll tap comsnet and put that on interdictor. Do a speed 1.
I guess we'll do the Quasar. We're going to squall first. We'll bank it. And there we go.
He seems to be doing that again. Like he's banking his Gazantes towards the interdictor and the AEST, so you definitely want to don't want to be bumping into your Gazantes. I don't know what he wants to do here with his deployment. I think he
Yep. Carry on.
Yeah, there you are. Blue Flotilla's nabbing. It's going to grab a token on this instance.
I think the Simon really needs to probably speed up to speed 3
Tap comms net to the interdictor.
and swing around and try to get the Quasar. That's probably my best bet to do here. He's got the squadron ball to semi-protect him. That Simon. Right now, it's really in Iain's court right now. All he needs to do is just sit and wait and prop the Onager. Right now, he can just move up and pick off the Gazantes one by one in a line.
There we go.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, absolutely. He was out deployed. But as you can see, he's kind of put himself to the left-hand side of the screen. So maybe a central deployment or something like that where he could catch up.
Engineering, similarly, tokening.
But then on the other hand, of course, you don't want the Onager just shooting right in front of you, so... Yeah, it's damned if you don't. You deploy yourself in the middle.
For ships.
He might do is put you on the other flank where you're more vulnerable.
Engineering, which we'll just take, and op shield teams up the left and right.
Honestly, I need to view. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I had the interdictor as an AEST there, but that's all fixed now.
Up squadrons, are we?
Oh, James, no. You haven't seen the Minister of Fine fight his Simons. He flies them at speed 3, and it is a sight to behold. If you've seen his red dice shenanigans, he doesn't believe in Kuwats. Yes, a normal average person would fly the Simons nice and slow and keep it range 3. But not Clint. Clint likes speed 3. Yeah, it's true, James. They have taken a bit of with thermal shields. I fly my version of Clint's list of what he calls the Mar Baker list, with 2 Kuwats and an Onager. And mine have got a racks on him. Racks, fire control, and flak guns. Yes, you do, Clint. I'll just get the list up that I'm talking about here. So my latest version of my Onika Kuats is, so I've got Onika testbed with Admiral Screed, Gunnery Chief Vermilion, Veteran Gunners,
Whenever
and
you
Orbital
post back,
Propulsion
end of round,
Cannons.
don't
Yeah, that's right.
And then 2 Kuats with local fire control, flak guns, ECMs, and I've got assault concussion missiles on these ones. But I can definitely change them to racks and get the points. That's 400 points. If I drop them down to racks, it'll be 398.
There we go.
Intercept it to there.
What speed's the AEST? I think it was 2. Yes, speed 2.
I think this one.
So they picked up. So it's 15 points each for those things, aren't they? Yeah, 15. So they got 15 each now.
Alright.
I wonder if he's going to chuck a squadron towards this point. Yeah, absolutely. His squadrons aren't going to take on the squadron fight. The Interdictor, as much as I love the Interdictor, it's just not a combat ship. Okay, that's an interesting...
That's not what I wanted.
Huh. If you had to undo,
As much as I said, as much as I love the Interdictor, it's not going to be the battleship that you really want. As I say in my about the Interdictor, it's a great support ship, and it can do damage when you've got it double arced.
That's my 2 Centurion.
your two done?
No, I didn't actually. No, I haven't seen the Assault on Endor final. I presume an Interdictor did pretty well, by the sound of it.
Fricked.
I would definitely. Don't get me wrong. I've wrecked a Starhawk with an Interdictor. Like I actually took it on and won. So you know, it can do damage. but it has to be in the right circumstances. At the time I was double arced with my on interdict, and I had only. It's definitely, I think it was I think it was just the front arc from the Starhawk. It wasn't the greatest Starhawk build, but it was still a Starhawk throwing all those dice, and I was just comsetting, repairing my interdictor.
That's first round done.
And you know, Brunson and
Right,
targeting
so
scramblers
end of round,
does help.
Status, there's nothing to resolve. Plonk the Exegals back out.
Yep.
So,
But in this circumstances, definitely for Anthony's build,
Forgot about those.
it's either the Onica's going to rip him apart, and then the squadrons will finish it off. And you just...
why is it playing funny buggers?
It all depends on the squadron battle, I say.
Big one. Where am I going to put the other?
Mm. Yeah, right now it just depends on how the squadron battle goes. For Iain and Tony, I'm not saying that. I know he's got Sloane, but it's just... It's a mixture. Like the two rogues are there. Of course, the fire sprays are there for bombing. As simple as that. They're not going to use Sloane's effect. But then he's got Fell. Fell would be the one. Fell and Tell's the one that's going to be major trouble. So I might take that back, and as long as Anthony keeps the squadron ball away, and well, attacks when needs to attack and defend his fleet, he should do fine. It just needs to, as he said, haul ass with the Simoon. Because right now the Quasar is at speed 0, so I don't think it's going to be doing nav maneuvers anytime soon. It's going to be just doing squadron commands. So he's got a squadron, a nav command right now. So he's going to move up to speed 1 when he needs to. And that's the other thing that Iain doesn't have. He doesn't have a comms net or something that gives him a token to nav on. So he has to be very careful.
My dials are all set.
Sure.
Oh. Round 2, guys. I should put that up. You get to a point of, stream 4 Armada games in a day, you're kind of a bit worn out. So apologies if I sound a bit down, but I've been since 9 a.m. Well, I haven't been since 9 a.m. streaming all day, but it does take a toll out of you manning the stream and updating the overlays. But you do it for the love of the game. That's what I aim here.
First player.
Oh, Honda this turn. a nav to the test bed, and I'll give a you get a repair and a confire.
Cool. Alright. Plonk. Fire on the Sovereign. And
Yep.
the repair.
Interesting that
I was
Iain.
just stressing how the hell am I going to get a conch fire token to fuel the bloody IF if I ever get a chance to shoot anything, because
Yeah, fair enough.
he's out in the fringe there, but you never know.
Yep.
Which one